time. Can't tell where they're coming from. Leaping all at once.
In the last review, I covered Time Crisis Razing Storm and Time Crisis 4. 2 of 3 games on the Time Crisis Razing Storm disc for PlayStation 3. Razing Storm has a shitty story mode, boring sentry mode, and a fun but extremely short arcade mode. Time Crisis 4 was stripped of its first-person shooter mode from its 2007 port, leaving us only with the arcade mode. While the arcade modes in both games were fun, it's just not enough content to keep me coming back. Fortunately, there's one more game in this collection, and that's Deadstorm Pirates. Unrelated to the Time Crisis series, Deadstorm Pirates is a rail shooter where you blow away hordes of undead pirates in search for the ultimate treasure. But is it enough to save this collection from its already lackluster content? Well, once again, I loaded up my sharpshooter, and this time I fired up Deadstorm Pirates and hoped for the best.
It's all in your hands. Go ahead, clean away the trouble.
You play as pirates Eric or Leah, but I'm not sure which one when playing alone. You're accompanied by a bunch of other pirates on a quest to find Poseidon's Breath, the ultimate treasure. Just like the other 2 games, you can play through arcade and ranked modes. You're given 3 credits, or lives, to start with, and in arcade mode, each game over grants you 1 extra credit. There's 5 stages, including the Stormy Sea, where you defend your ship against invading undead pirates.
Shoot them with your golden guns.
The Cave, which doubles as the enemy hideout. The Mountain Stream has you floating along, blowing away enemy crabs and fish. The Great Whirlpool, where you fight a kraken and other attacking ships.
Incredible power. Almost nailed. He's coming again.
And last but not least is the unlockable final stage called Treasure, where you fight the final boss.
You can do it. I'm so proud of you. Keep going like this.
Instead of forcing you to play through each stage in a specific order, you can choose any stage from the get-go. You don't actually need to play through the first stage, Stormy Sea, and beating the other 3 will unlock the final stage. However, playing through all 5 will give you a higher score in the end. So your characters are equipped with golden guns. They seem to be automatic pistols. There is no reloading, ducking, or blocking of any kind, so you'll need to be quick and kill the enemies before they kill you. Throughout each stage are treasure chests that you can shoot to obtain treasure, which gives you a higher score. Then there's Treasure Hunt, where you approach multiple chests and shooting the right one grants you more health.
We did it!
Every now and then a green gem will appear, and shooting it grants you the Special Shot ability, enabling you to rapidly shoot green beams, decimating any enemies in your way, but only for a limited time. Then there's the wheel action scenarios, which are downright horrible and almost ruin the game. These scenarios require you to either rapidly rotate the motion controller in a circle or quickly rotate it left or right. Now during these scenarios, you're usually steering or dodging attacks. The feature acts as a quick time event of sorts and is just fucking annoying.
Just a little bit more. Let's get away. To the right. Perfect. To the left. Perfect. You. We didn't end this far. We can't go back.
If you're like me and use the awesome sharpshooter peripheral, swinging this big piece of plastic all the time can become tiresome and tedious since this wheel action bullshit comes up often. Not only that, but I found my swings to be less accurate when using the sharpshooter, so I eventually took out the motion controller, holding it in my hand instead. Wheel actions appear in each stage, usually multiple times, which really sucks, and rotating it in the wrong direction or not fast enough will always result in you losing health. Other than the ridiculous wheel action scenarios, the game is pretty solid. The shooting feels great and it's fun blasting away undead pirates compared to the generic soldier enemy types in the other 2 games. Most enemies are of the skeleton variety, some have swords that charge at you, some have guns, and some throw Molotov cocktails and axes which you can shoot down. Then you got flying Reaper type enemies with scythes, you got bugs, bats, ghosts, crabs, and fish. Then there's the boss fights like a giant snake, kraken, giant crab, and the final boss. What sucks about the boss fights is they all include a wheel action at some point, which just blows.
Are you alright?
Now the voice acting and dialogue here are far from impressive, but I expected as much.
Monsters? In the mountains? What do you mean?
Your crew is always with you, but the old guy never shuts the hell up, and it becomes irritating, making me want to turn around and shoot him.
Shoot them down before they fly over here! They're dying down, just a bit more! Oh no! The gondolas are screeching for help! We'll die if We fall from here. Keep your eye on it and shoot!
The sound effects are great, and the music fits the whole theme of the game. There is a 2-player mode where you can play cooperatively with a friend, which I didn't try, and there are some unique 2-player features like combining shots for more damage. So ultimately, Deadstorm Pirates is fun, and I think it's definitely the best game in this collection. It's a short arcade experience, but offers a good enough challenge and is definitely more memorable than the other 2 games. The wheel action scenarios truly suck ass, but I still had a good time regardless. Even put together on the same disc, none of these games can match the quality, replay value, or fun factor of House of the Dead Overkill, which is probably the best console light gun experience to date. So does Deadstorm Pirates make up for the collection's already lackluster content? Not really, but I would say it makes it worth the purchase. I think of this collection more as Deadstorm Pirates with 2 extra bonus games to play.
Let us set sail once more.
Here we go!